Hello and welcome to yet another Cutie Art Crusaders Spoilercast for Season 5, Episode 24, The Main Attraction. I am Atmospark and I am joined by Silver Rain Clouds.
It's just me.
It's great having somebody in my time zone who's ready to record when I am.
In your living room.
In my living room. Across the other side of the room. It's pretty great. So, yeah. There's only 2 episodes left of the season now, I think.
Is it? I haven't been following.
Well, it's just 24 and I think there's only 26.
That makes sense.
So we've got 2 left. Maybe you're going to be on for the next 2 as well.
I don't know.
So this one, what was it? It was Countess Coloratura, who I thought was Coloratuna. I thought it was an N. Until Applejack called her Rara, because that makes a lot more sense than tuna. She comes into town for a fundraising thing. I missed what the fundraiser was for.
I don't think they said what it was for.
Okay, well, if they did, we both missed it.
Yeah, it was just a charity event because they didn't really talk about what the event was. They were just like the episode opened with them congratulating Pinky and Applejack for putting it together so well. It wasn't. I don't think they said what it was for.
Okay, I mean, there was something to do with the school. Whatever, we'll get there. And Countess Coloratura, the big pop star that Applejack has never heard of, comes to town. Turns out it's her best Philly friend from, what was it, Camp Friendship.
Camp Friendship.
And she convinces her to dump her abusive manager and do it all herself and have a good time.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah?
Yep.
Am I right?
The pop star that we've never ever heard of before right now. Randomly shows up and turns out to be way more famous than all the other pop stars we've met before.
Yeah, we've never heard of it before. I mean, we've heard of
Sapphire Shores?
Sapphire Shores. That's the one.
I think people thought this episode, when they saw the title, I think people thought this episode was going to be about Sapphire Shores. And so did the other ponies. They were like, Pinky was like, I got the most famous pop singer ever. And they were like, Sapphire Shores? And it was like, no, the other one.
No, the one you haven't actually heard of before, but apparently it's really famous.
Yeah.
So Applejack calls her Rara, which I thought was funny because that's Rarity.
Yeah, that's what the fandom calls Rarity. She looks like she could be related to Rarity with the really curly, gradient, heavy hair and stuff.
I was kind of surprised there was only the one very short Rarity fawning over her and making her a dress scene.
Yeah, I think they didn't want to go that angle again because Rarity has had multiple episodes fawning over Sapphire Shores, so maybe she's just a bigger fan of Sapphire Shores or maybe. Something. Yeah, she's already had that episode multiple times, though. I think they just wanted to push that into the background.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, there was the one short on where Rara was freaking out and running around, and Rarity couldn't do anything and was trying to hold her down and put some clothes on her or something, and it just didn't work out. Anyway, there was her manager, Sven Gallop, who was a play on something I don't know anything about.
Svengali. I don't know what that is either. I just know it as a reference because it's referenced by Svengoolie, who's he's an old TV thing on American TV. It's gonna take too long to explain. Just trust me on this one.
Fair enough. So yeah, we slowly come to terms with the fact that he's just doing everything he can to get as much out of his clients' popularity by getting all imported oats and 500 organic apples or something.
Oh yeah, the apples and the imported spring water and the imported diamonds from the Crystal Empire. What does she need diamonds for? It's not like she eats them.
I don't know. I mean, what if they come from the Crystal Kingdom? They're not gonna be diamonds anyway. They're crystals. It's not.
I don't know.
They're not gemstones. It's just like quartz. And then has to drink the mineral water through a straw, and we find out that Pinky has the biggest straw collection in Equestria.
I'm not surprised.
And a straw named Fernando. There was a big glory shot of Fernando. I don't know if I think you might have missed it.
No, I guess I missed. I couldn't really hear what she was saying. I was just like, okay, she has a silly name for the straw, whatever.
Fernando. And she did the eyebrow raise.
Alright.
I'm doing it here. You can't see.
Yeah.
Audio podcast. What else happened? There was the school competition, which we never actually saw because it got cancelled.
The CMC win the competition automatically by being associated with the main 6.
Yeah. Being Applejack's sister gets you a whole lot of benefits, right?
Yeah. And you get to be best friends with Princess Twilight. We already learned how that ends.
It ends with everybody else being jealous, right?
Yep. Maybe the other ones were better singers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Think?
I don't know. That's supposed to be Sweetie Belle's special talent.
It's supposed to be, but we haven't heard her sing in how many seasons?
Yeah, in 4 seasons since the first one.
Yeah. Although they did all sing together, and it didn't sound anywhere near as bad as the Cutie Art Crusaders song.
You forgot about the Find a Stallion song. That one was pretty good.
Yeah. I like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I do like it when they sing together. Also, the Bab Seed song.
Yeah.
They've done a couple of songs together.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've done a few, but they don't do any that, like, highlights. Like, in the first season, they were, like, trying to show that Sweetie Belle's really good at singing and that she's got this big, bright, booming voice, but then after that, they just kind of started grouping them together as threes. And instead of giving them individual, like, personalities, they're kind of just squishing them together more and more.
Right. They don't even get individual cutie marks.
I know. I was so mad about that.
They have to be friends forever. It's written in the stars and on their butts. They got to be friends forever.
It's gonna really suck if one of their families moves away or something.
Right? Applejack or Applebloom decide they want to go try to live with Aunt and Uncle Orange in the big city.
I don't think they'll do that. We're getting way off topic.
Yeah.
Back to the episode.
Speaking of big booming voice, it was her name Lena Hall was the voice actor for Countess Coloratuna.
I don't know who that is.
She's a Broadway actor, singer.
You just know that because you looked it up.
I'm supposed to be all knowing here.
What do you know about Broadway?
I know they do plays there.
Yeah, that's as far as I'm at too.
And musicals, and that I've never actually been there and probably won't.
I'm totally Applejack in the first scene where they're all like, "This person is super famous. How have you never heard of her?" And I'm just like, "What?"
What?
That's me. Every time somebody mentions somebody famous, I'm like, "All right, what about that? Yep, sure, super famous. Totally know what you're talking about."
I get that of it sometimes. Not really. I mean, a little.
I don't think you get it as bad as I do.
No, definitely not as bad as you do.
I become more and more like Applejack every season. It's the worst.
What did you think of the character models?
The character models weren't that different in this one.
No?
No, they were just all reused models, honest. I don't think she had a unique one. I think she was just a normal mare.
Was she? Like,
Yeah.
even the hair and stuff?
Well, no, her hair was really interesting. Did you see how long it was? And it dragged on the ground. Her tail dragged on the ground and it was messy where it dragged on the ground. I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah. And then
her long pink hair.
Her stage wig.
Yeah. I don't know if it was a wig or her hair was dyed or what was up with that.
Well,
They don't really say.
Like in the first, the big pop scene, where there's lights and there's auto-tune and stuff going on. She's got huge long hair and she's whipping it back and forth and everywhere. And then the scene where she's playing the piano, it's all curly and it's not anywhere near as long as it was. It's not even touching the ground.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was a wig or something. Who knows? They
I
have magic. Maybe the hairdressers are magic. They can make your hair longer.
Verity is pretty magic.
What do you think of that pop scene? I was laughing so hard at the dancers and their like awkward left shark dance thing they were doing.
Oh, left shark. That's a meme I haven't heard in a while.
That one's not even that old. Come on.
I know, but it was Super Bowl. It was ages ago.
But that's basically what was going on, right?
Was,
a bunch of awkward dudes dancing behind the pop star.
Also, they were the ones that were carrying her big crystal princess carrier cage thing. They must be exhausted.
Yeah, what?
Because they went straight into a rehearsal.
Yeah, what even was that?
That's how she makes an entrance, I guess.
I guess so. Oh, and the fake kissing
Oh, the hoofsies?
thing? The hoofsies? Hoofsies! Blah. All that super fake kindness, sweetness thing. It was a bit over the top.
Although I did like the fact that when Applejack first went up and introduced herself to Countess Coloratura, and she turned around and goes, AJ? Like, she got it straight away rather than Applejack having to try and fight her to tell her who she is. Like,
well, to be fair, Applejack looks exactly the same as she did when she was a filly.
I mean, she did, but it was, how many years ago, right?
I don't know, how many years? How old are the horses?
They're about 18, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think relative to human years, I think they're about 18.
You think so?
According to the internet theories, yeah.
Alright.
The
We'll
internet,
go with that.
all the theories that I've read, they're all.
But do they
between-
age like horses? So they're only really like 5?
Yeah,
I don't know how fast horses age compared to humans. I'm just guessing.
You have to ask a horse person.
Yeah.
You
I know lots of horse people. I probably won't ask them. I'll never hear the end of it.
Was Svengalop's model unique?
No, I think it was just a dude model.
Was it? No, but
Yeah.
like the hair and stuff as well?
Oh, like his hair was new. Like every time there's a new character, there's new hair. But like his legs weren't long or his skinny or any of that. He just had normal dude body. I was kind of looking at it actually because he's wearing clothes, but his clothes are like tight to his body, like so that his model isn't like obscured by his clothes at all, and it looks really normal.
So you're saying he's got a fitted suit because he's a manager
yeah,
or an agent? I guess.
he was a jerk.
Either way about it, he was a bit of a jerk.
I don't know. Like, I find it really hard to believe that she just went that long without really realizing all that stuff. And that it only took her like 15 minutes to go, oh yeah, you are actually a jerk after somebody pointed it out to her. That seems a little strange.
I mean,
I guess it happened in cartoon time, right?
It's cartoon time. It could be a couple of hours.
Yeah, a couple of hours.
In cartoon world. What was I gonna say? There's the scene at the school where she's doing announcing the competition. And there's a scene where she looks out over the fillies, and there's a little teeny tiny Sweetie Belle stuck in a corner.
Yeah, I noticed it first, and I made us replay that part like 3 times until we get a look at it. She's like standing next to Sweetie Belle and another pony, the pony with the big teeth. His cutie mark was carrots, I think, and he's new, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, and so she's standing with those two, and then it flips back to the crowd, and we see Scootaloo and Apple Bloom and a couple of other like random fillies, and there's just this like 2/3 size Sweetie Belle standing there, like with this really like abject horror stare on her face, like she's just staring out into. It was a weird little animation error.
Speaking of faces, there were a whole lot of good shocked faces in this one.
Yeah,
Like when Countess Coloratura first shows up, and Pinky freaked out, and she's like, "She's here!" Or one of them said that, and they all turned at the camera and went, and they all got big white eyes. And there was one where Apple Bloom said to Applejack, "You wrote to Countess Coloratura about me?"
and she was all horrified or excited,
or
kind of both.
in shock. Yeah, there was a whole lot of not even on characters you don't normally see crazy faces on.
Yeah,
Like Rarity.
I don't know. Rarity's got some really great expressions,
She
but
does.
never excitement usually with
No.
Rarity. She's got a bunch of other weird faces, like very dramatic faces, but they're never crazy like Pinky's or Rainbow Dash's.
She's often shocked.
Yes. I'm thinking of the one where she pulls on her hair when they get to the Crystal Kingdom, where she's freaking out about everything being made of crystal. That's a pretty good example.
That's
of
a pretty good Rarity face, yeah. What other crazy stuff happened?
There were songs.
There were songs,
I like the
yeah.
songs.
Her voice had a thick musical quality to it.
She definitely sounded like a Broadway actor.
She definitely sounded like a Broadway actor, yeah. I thought, like, the whole time we all listened to her sing, I thought, I recognize this voice. Who is this? Turns out I had no idea who they were.
I should think she might kind of be generic, I guess.
I think Broadway.
Not in a bad way,
No.
generic necessarily, but it sounds like Broadway singing, and
Yeah.
that's probably what you were picking up on.
I think so.
Speaking of, the Svengalop, the manager character, he sounds, when he's first introduced, he sounds just like the guy who plays Steven Magnet, but it's apparently not. So he's just one of the characters that they pull for minor characters, the voice actor.
Yeah, he's done a couple other ones, but they've all been really background minor characters.
Yeah, they do that. They just recycle the same couple of background voice actors.
What else was there? What else happened?
What's with the Equestria song? Is that like their national anthem or what?
Oh yeah, I didn't know what to think about that. It was interesting, wasn't it? Because I sang it twice.
Yeah, they sang it when they were little kids, and then
Yeah.
she sang it for Applejack again later on because she probably remembered that moment.
with the Cutie Art Crusaders.
Yeah.
And
Did they rehearse that?
I mean, they must have, because she called them up and they sang straight away all in time, so...
Well, yeah, but it is a cartoon, so it could have happened in cartoon time.
No. Just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it's going to happen perfectly. It's not like it's hand-drawn or anything.
Yeah.
Anything else notable? Anything new? Was there a derpy?
I didn't see Derpy. I saw Cloud Chaser.
Did you?
You didn't see Cloud
I
Chaser?
didn't see Cloud Chaser.
Cloud Chaser and Medley were setting up
Oh,
the
like
thing.
like the very first scene, right?
Yeah.
And who's in the orchestra?
The orchestra? Well, you don't see what colors they are, so it's hard to tell, but it's definitely Octavia on the cello. And then it's probably the Noteworthy model is the one playing the harps. And Noteworthy's the blue Earth Pony male. And then there's a Bonbon model and a Golden Harvest Carrot Top model back there. And one of the other male models, Caramel maybe, we're all back in the orchestra.
We saw... What did we see? Did we see Applejack's cousin, Rayburn, at all?
I don't think so. They mentioned Appaloosa. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, because I thought he was there bringing in... No, because Pinky didn't have the Appaloosan oats, that's right.
Yeah. They mentioned
Yeah.
it, but they didn't
Yeah.
say anything about it.
She didn't have the right oats, so therefore he couldn't eat them.
What a
Ponyville oats
hipster.
aren't good enough,
But a hipster.
right? Should have burned her.
And poor Pinky, her hair kept getting more and more
I know.
insane.
She got more and more disheveled as he was demanding more and more.
Oh, and then in the scene where they reveal him being a jerk to Pinky to the crowd, Twilight's just magicking the scene onto a big, like, what do you call it? A big sheet or something, yeah.
I wish I had
projection.
I wish I could project stuff from my forehead.
Yeah, what was that all about? That was interesting magic.
I wish I could plug in an Xbox to me and project what I'm playing onto the wall.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Xbox on the big screen. I've done that once.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty interesting.
I've played Guitar Hero like that. It's really true.
Oh, speaking of unicorn magic, they all lit their horns up during the
Yeah.
concert, and it got sad.
like the lighters.
Yeah, like
Like you
hold
do
up
at
a lighter.
Yeah, like you do at a rock concert. That
Well,
was...
people hold up their phones now.
Yeah.
We're old.
iPads. Hold up the iPads. Well, everyone's holding up their phones anyway to record the concert. I think that's about it, eh?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else terribly exciting. I liked the costumes that the character was wearing. The
Rara.
Rara.
Just say Rara.
Rara.
Colourful tuna.
Colorful tuna. Is that going to be a thing?
I hope
I hope that's not going to be a thing. I hope you're the only one that heard that stupid thing and that nobody else will.
Yeah, okay. So that's all I can think of.
What'd you think of the ending song? I don't think we talked about that. That was the whole
national
turning
anthem?
point. No, not the national anthem. The I'm just a normal pony song.
I liked it. It was the pop song, but sung not poppy.
Yeah, where she was all like, "I don't want to be a glammy pop star.
Yeah.
I just want to sing."
Yeah, and she's playing the piano, which somehow she can do with hooves.
Like Applejack
Like-
played the guitar
like
with
Applejack
hooves.
can play the guitar. I mean, I don't know how you could do that. Try playing with your fist, see if it works.
They also pick things up with their hooves just by touching them.
It's true. It's like sticky tape. Maybe she taped a pick to it.
I don't know.
All right. Well, we're rambling.
Yeah, we don't have anything else interesting to say. I don't think this is a good one. It was interesting,
Good
and it
episode.
was very solid,
Mm.
and the pacing was good.
Pacing was pretty good.
Yeah.
They've gotten better at fitting everything they want to into 20 minutes.
Yeah, there was no point in time where it was like a bunch of just random useless time where nothing happened, and then all of the action happens at the end. Sometimes we see that, but all of the action was very spaced out. Well,
Very, very paced out. They've gotten better at the writing.
Mhm.
Okay. So if you're done,
I'm done.
I'm done. Thank you for watching and listening. I am Atmos Park.
And I'm Silver Rain Clouds.
Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.